Now, typically, as children, we can't wait to be grown-ups. Then we reach our 30s and, well, we wish we could turn back the hands of time. But surely, getting older can't be all bad.
Here to talk about why we should... I'm not sure. Let's find out. And here to talk about why we should embrace our old age is psychologist Keith Swan. Keith, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you on. Now, the word old is often used, sadly, as a derogatory term. Now, this phase between letting go of your youth and accepting the inevitable death can be a very tough phase for, I would say, everyone. But of course, different people look at it differently, different people behave differently. Why do you think most people have this fear of growing old?
I suppose it's about acceptance. You know, I would ask the question, what age is old? You know, everybody's saying that 60 is the new 40. What age does this thinking kick in? Some people don't have a fear of growing old. It's an assumption.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because rather than why should we fear getting old, is it something that people should be worried about these days?
Well, I suppose it's around fear and fearfulness itself, and coming to terms with maybe what we wanted to create out of life, our own expectations of others.
Yeah.
Whether we've achieved what we wanted to achieve. I mean, there are so many different aspects: health, finances, you know, mental health, physical health as well. You know, you can look at Alzheimer's. And,
one that's cropped up a lot from our questioning of our viewers and comments coming through is loneliness. And I would have thought in this day and age, health would have been a more of a concern for a lot of people out there. But the idea of being alone still is tantamount to everyone the worst.
Yeah, and I suppose there is a link between the fear of old age and loneliness. People can be extremely lonely at any age.
Yeah.
You know, I suppose whatever we would do to ensure we weren't lonely. So support systems, whatever we do, whatever hobbies we have, whatever we're interested in, it's about acceptance. It's about acceptance of ourselves. It's about keeping active. It's about vitality, being interested, still having a zest for life.
Yeah.
Now, of course, another thing that a lot of us, I mean, at least the ones who are bitter about aging, don't notice is that even though you let go of maybe your physical beauty, you still have access to a world of a lot of other things. Like, for example, a lot of things that might not have been fascinating for you as a youth might be of incredible importance to you during your old age. So tell us about that.
Well, some things do travel with us. You know, I was brought up in the 50s and the 60s. I was brought up with The Who singing My Generation, obviously the Beatles, Hendrix, the Cream. Those things are still with me. So the fact of growing old gracefully may not happen.
Yeah, but they're eternal, aren't they, Keith? Those sounds, those albums certainly are, aren't they?
But I mean, you know, the point is that there's still that side of me personally, because it's very, very subjective. But equally, there's also, for me personally, a great sense of letting go of a lot of things, of sorting a lot of things out, of, you know, not just clearing out the loft and the closet, but that can be our internal loft and closet, you know, the things that we're carrying, the things that we want to get sorted. What is important, knowing ourselves well. You know, sometimes people say, you know, that they really think they know me well, and you know, and I'm not entirely sure at times. You know, I've actually known me well. It's with age that has grown. Actually, trying to find out who I am. And that is more of a looking internally rather than externally at toys and bits and things.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind just commenting on a couple of viewers' comments that we got.
Sure.
A couple came through on the Facebook page. We're running out a bit of time, so maybe just get some brief thoughts on this. This one from Doug Thompson. I'll be 40 in a few days' time. Age seems to be just a number if you are healthy and happy. Oh, and speaking of old age, bucket list items. I'm on my way back now from Sky Dive Dubai. 40, no problem.
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you actually look at the figures, the big growth area, especially on people using the net, for example, is 55 plus.
Is it?
You know, the companies are having to really rethink of you know, your iPads, your tablets, your smartphones. You know, people of an older age group are really getting into these sort of things.
Yeah.
And it's important keeping active physically, but also mentally.
Yeah.
You know, keeping the grey matter going.
Yeah, indeed.
So would you say that acceptance is crucial when it comes to embracing old age gracefully?
It's acceptance of yourself.
And that's the perfect place to leave it. I tell you, that is the best advice you can give anyone. Heading off to old age, anyone with worries or concerns. Keith, thank you very much indeed for being with us and sharing some good advice and some great music tips.
Okay, yeah. Go look.
We'll talk about music next time.
Thank you.